On my birthday, I had a flight back to Salt Lake City from JFK, New York. It was my second New York trip, and yet I made the mistake of taking an Uber at the very last minute. I had a meltdown for about 5 minutes, then slowly tied out the knots that were in my way of getting back home, and eventually to the class next day. After I calmed down, I became very self-aware that I had just cried at an airport like I'd been horribly dumped. I replayed what in the world just happened in the span of 10 minutes. I somehow cut the security line short, ran to the gate B43 in 10 minutes with loose shoelaces and 2 bags in hand. I also remembered muttering to myself in Korean, "죽자, 죽어, 죽어." Direct translation: die, just die. Then I found it ironically funny that I was cursing myself to die on my birthday. That chaos now makes me laugh, but it also made me think about something much deeper. Why was my first reaction to inconvenience die? Why do people curse themselves to death when something relatively bad happens? Why is this our go-to expression for inconvenience? Does that say something about how we value our lives? It's easy to brush it off as a joke, but when we say these things, are we revealing something deeper about how we handle failure, discomfort, or disappointment? This is where philosophy comes in. For those watching and thinking, "Girl, it's not that deep." Well, what if it is? I mean, the whole idea of philosophy is to dig deeper and figure out the fundamental nature of knowledge, reality, and existence. Philosophy doesn't just ask what exists, it asks why. Aristotle, one of the greats of Western philosophy, had this idea called telos, a kind of built-in purpose or final goal. He believed everything in nature has a telos. After observing the natural world, he noticed patterns that pointed towards specific ends. An acorn grows into an oak tree. A flower blooms to spread seeds. And for us, our telos isn't just to exist, it's to flourish. Aristotle believed that we flourish when we live according to virtue. This is eudaimonia, a Greek word that roughly translates to true happiness or human flourishing. Not the "yega boba" kind of happiness, but the one that sticks with you. So, was my airport meltdown a part of my telos? Was muttering "die" to myself a way of dodging accountability? We live in a culture that's allergic to inconvenience, so instead of confronting our flaws, we make jokes about dying.
Hi.
This guy says hello, I want to kill myself.
Too bad that didn't kill me.
And that's where it belongs. Now this is a loaded handgun. And what we're gonna do now is kill ourselves because this is horrible.
What are you doing? Nothing, I'm just gonna kill myself before the chief does. Bye-bye, Kevin.
Your friends can't stand or listen to you.
It's not personal.
I'm gonna kill myself!
Wow.
I'm going to kill myself, and it's your fault!
It's easier, it's funnier, but also kinda sad. If my telos is to live, grow, mess up, and keep going, then maybe silently weeping in the airport bathroom is a part of it. Because it reminds me that I care, that I want to go home, that I want to keep showing up for my life. I try not to say these phrases anymore. Personally, it feels like I'm being ungrateful for the life I have, like I value my life less. Because I do believe that there are things in life that makes us happy. Or in more philosophical terms, help us flourish. We all have those moments, you know? The ones where you laugh with your friends so hard you're crying, or when you have your first bite into something warm after a long day. Or when you catch a glimpse of yourself in the mirror and go, not bad. Maybe flourishing isn't about grand achievements or epic destinies. Maybe it's just about learning how to live well, to show up, love, mess up, and try again. Aristotle would say that to flourish, to reach our telos, we need to practice virtue. Not the be nice and polite kind of virtue, but the kind that takes time, work, courage, temperance, wisdom, things that keep us from calling ourselves useless over a missed flight. So next time you mutter, I wanna die, or kill me now, because your coffee spilled or you missed the bus, maybe pause. You're not dying, you're living. Because on my birthday, as I stood there breathless, shoelaces flopping, passport nearly slipping from my hand, I was still standing, breathing, stressed, but alive. And I think that's worth something. So live, flourish, and tie your shoes.